Hello, my name is Lockie. This is the Coast Watch Football YouTube channel, your home for Australian football fan content, and this is my prediction for the 2022 FIFA World Cup. Bear in mind, this is of course an early prediction, so I will be doing a proper prediction closer to the actual tournament, but let's jump into it right now. Group A is an interesting one, but progressing through for me, I've got the Netherlands and Senegal. I think the host Qatar will probably come up with a win. I expect them to beat Ecuador, but Netherlands and Senegal I think will be too strong. Netherlands, of course, returning to the World Cup after missing last time around. I think they'll be hoping to have a really good run in this World Cup in Qatar. Senegal, of course, we know some of the star players that they have playing at some big clubs in Europe. Qatar, the hosts, will come close, and Ecuador, I think, will drop out to fourth. Group B is looking like a very interesting group with England, Wales, USA, and Iran, and it's the two nations from the UK that I have progressing through. England top, Wales second, USA third. I could see a lot of people pushing USA into second, and they've got some fantastic young players in that US squad that'll be playing at this World Cup. Iran as well could easily cause an upset against any of those sides, even England. I think England will be favourites. Gareth Bale, Wales, their first World Cup in so many decades, I think will just sneak through. I think it'll be really fascinating, specifically watching that matchup between Wales and the USA. Whoever can win that matchup, I think will secure second place in this group. Group C is an interesting one as well. We have tournament favourites Argentina in there alongside Mexico, Poland, and Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia, being an Australian fan, I know Saudi Arabia well, playing them in qualifying. I can't see them challenging these biggest sides though. Poland are a class team, of course. Robert Lewandowski, one of the greatest goal scorers in world football. Mexico, I think, will just jump into second place behind Argentina. Some really exciting matchups in this group. Group D is where my Aussies will be playing, and I'm potentially being a bit ambitious here, a little bit bold. I'm saying Australia get through to second place. I had to do it. I think France will top it. I know a lot of people are suggesting that they will suffer the World Cup curse and miss out on the round of 16 getting to the knockout stage. They're too strong for that to happen. They've got too much squad depth. Even if they are missing some key players, even if some of their star players are out of form, they have the depth to still put together a really strong squad. Denmark is the difficult one as well. For Australia to get above Denmark, I think it's going to have to be whether Australia can get a sneaky draw against Denmark or against France. It's going to be tough against either of those sides. But if Australia could get a draw match day 1 against France, that would be absolutely massive. A win against Tunisia is a must for the Socceroos as well. It would be a big disappointment for Denmark to miss out. Group E is arguably the easiest group for me to predict. I think Germany and Spain absolutely are going through. I imagine most people are predicting that as well. Japan and Costa Rica have the potential to cause upsets. Again, Japan, another side that Australian fans will know well from Asian qualifying. But Germany and Spain, I mean, just so many star players in those teams. Both of them will go through. I think Germany just get ahead to first place. Group F is looking like a really fun group. I really like this one. Belgium, Croatia, Canada, Morocco, and that's the order I've got them going in. Belgium, of course, we know about some of the star players that they have. Romelu Lukaku, Hazard, De Bruyne. Croatia, of course, the runners-up from the 2018 World Cup, I think will have a decent campaign here as well. They should take second place. Canada and Morocco, again, two sides who have some decent players. Canada had a really good qualifying campaign in CONCACAF, but both, for me, I think will miss out in the round of 16. In Group G, I've got another favorite, Brazil, topping the group in this one, and following them, I think, to the knockout stage will be Switzerland, Serbia, Cameroon. Again, two sides who have fantastic players. Cameroon, one of the top African nations, so many class players, but Switzerland, I just really like the squad they have. I think they've got some great players, and I think we'll get through to second place. Brazil, for me, I think could well and truly win all 3 group games here. And lastly, Group H, which I think has the potential to cause some upsets here, but going through for me, and I think most people will be calling for this, Portugal top, Uruguay second, South Korea third, and Ghana fourth. Again, one of those groups. South Korea, of course, we know they have their star man, Heung-min Son, who could lead his South Korea side to victory in this World Cup. And Ghana always like to cause an upset at a World Cup. But for me, Cristiano Ronaldo and Portugal, I reckon will secure their place to the round of 16 easily, and Uruguay will be joining them. This leads us now to the round of 16, and the first matchup we have are the winners of Group A, Netherlands, up against the runners-up from Group B, Wales. I think the Dutch get up in this one. Gareth Bale and Wales, I don't think they'll have enough to get over the Netherlands. Too many star players in that Dutch squad. I was already dreaming putting Australia through to the knockout stage, but there is no chance that the Socceroos will get past Leo Messi and the Argentines. England and Senegal is the next round of 16 matchup, and this could be a really exciting one. I could see Senegal pulling off an upset, but England, probably just too much quality in the end. They'll get through to the quarters. France and Mexico should be a really fun round of 16 matchup. Mexico, I really enjoy watching them. at World Cups. They're really fun to watch. France, though, should be too strong. They'll go through. And then we've got an all-European matchup with Germany taking on Croatia. I think the Germans will be too strong here. This could well be the last World Cup for Croatian star Luka Modric. And then an epic South American matchup between Brazil and Uruguay. Uruguay could cause an upset in this one, but it's all set up for Brazil to go through. They'll have too much for Uruguay to handle. Belgium and Spain is looking like a really nice matchup in the round of 16. And for me, I'm going for potentially my first upset of this prediction so far. I reckon Belgium get through over Spain. I just really like that Belgium squad. I'm a big fan of some of the players in that team. And I reckon they'll get the win over Spain. And then another big upset in the final round of 16 match for me. I reckon Switzerland get over Portugal. I feel like they have the potential to cause an upset. They had a fantastic Euros campaign, and I reckon they could get the job done here over Portugal. That leads us through to 4 massive quarterfinal meetings. First of all, Netherlands, Argentina. What a matchup. So many big names going head-to-head here. Argentina, Lionel Messi. This is his time. They have to go all the way Argentina. Can they do it? I reckon they get through the quarterfinals. Their semi-final matchup is going to be very interesting. And then we've got Germany, Brazil. I reckon the South Americans, Brazil, get revenge for the 2014 World Cup and get a win over Germany here. This one could go to penalties. England and France will be meeting each other in the quarterfinals for me. This is a mouth-watering clash. So many star players, plenty of Premier League stars playing in this matchup. France, though, I reckon the reigning World Cup champions will be too strong for the English in this game. And then lastly, we've got Belgium taking on Switzerland. I'm backing my boys Switzerland. I reckon Switzerland get the win over here, over Belgium. They'll get the result here. Again, they could be that dark horse to make it through deep into this tournament. I reckon they get the win over Belgium. And how about this for a semi-final matchup? Argentina, Brazil, the two South American giants. Such a mouth-watering clash. I reckon Brazil get it done here. There's too much depth. There's too much quality in that squad. Lionel Messi will get knocked out in the semi-finals for me. And meeting Brazil in the World Cup final for me will be France. The reigning World Cup champions will be too strong for the Swiss and go through to meet Brazil in the World Cup final. For me, this is an absolute all-star World Cup final. Brazil, France, who will win it? Who will reign supreme? Which star players will show up the biggest? I reckon this is the time for Brazil. I reckon they win the World Cup here for the first time since 2002. It's been 20 years. Brazil, they've got so many quality players, so much depth. They will overpower France in what should be an epic World Cup final. Hope you enjoyed this World Cup prediction. If you have, make sure to hit like on the video. And if you want to hit subscribe, we do plenty of content here surrounding Australian football, the Socceroos, Matildas, the A-Leagues, and so much more. My name is Lockie. This is Coastwood Football, and I'll see you in the next one.